So we are making hydrated aluminum a little differently. This is similar to my old method, which actually to me in a way made quieter records back then. Actually, this is a totally new way, combining technology I've learned a long time ago with new technology. We're at 16 ounces of distilled water, and we heat that up until it's steaming. Not too hot, but just steaming. We have a combination of salt, soda, and lye in here. Sodium hydroxide and salt soda. 7% salt soda, a little over 1% caustic soda. So we're going to add our caustic soda and salt soda to the water. So this is our heated salt soda and caustic soda. Now we add the aluminum, a little over 2 grams of aluminum to the solution. Okay, so I have not really documented this batch so far. We started this batch at 107. Well, we actually started cooking at 1250. We added the first hydrated aluminum at 150. Now this is different hydrated aluminum. As I said before, this has sodium carbonate in it and less lye. And I think that I'm also back at my old white wax, because we only got a few more additions, and this has not changed color, but yet the foaming is very, very good as far as saturating the stearic and then clearing out. I'll show you that. We can add it now. It is we'll add this at 129. So, well, first we actually got to take the temperature here. So this is a reaction of 50 milliliters of sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide dissolved in water, and aluminum dissolved in water. Our temperature at this time was 180 degrees centigrade. Okay, as you see, our reaction is now 136, and our reaction has subsided at 185 degrees centigrade. So let's add our, as we said, at 1:35 p.m. at 180. So as you see, we are at 185, and we only have one very small portion. These have all been 50 milliliter portions, and it is 137 now, but we added, so at 136 we actually added our hydrated aluminum. So yes, we are, it's 153. We are at 235 degrees centigrade. You can see there's a couple little floaties in there, but for the most part it's quiescent. And we can now add our reserved stearic portion, which we will cook in at this temperature for 10 minutes. This is quite a bit, and you'll see that all these curds will go and it'll be very quiescent. So yeah, we're getting to that old-time white formula that I was famous for a long time ago. It's a little darker than I wanted it. It's more of a cream color, but it's near what I want nonetheless, so that's a good thing. So that is our sample, and there's our finished wax. It looks dark because there's more in there, but it actually is this color. So that's a good thing. We filtered it already. So this is our sample right here. This is our sample of the wax. So this is a pretty exciting day because I kind of missed this formula. But I made it with the scientific method, and with better, we'll have better molding techniques, so it'll turn out much better than my old blanks. It should be more consistent throughout the wax. I hope you enjoyed this portion of the making of this formula. We will be making other videos when we mold this into blanks and test them. So I split open the sample, and it's not even conditioned yet, and we don't have any dendrites. So this is a good thing. This is pure wax throughout on our sample. So I think that we're going to have a pretty good wax formula coming forth that hopefully will make people happy. So now what we're doing is a conditioning step of the wax, where we are taking it up to 232 degrees for 20 minutes. Then we'll shut it off. We want to get the melt point a little bit higher than what it is. It's only at 212 degrees, so we want to raise it a little bit a little higher. This is the conditioning stage. 17 minutes. I'm cooking this at 232. It's the first conditioning of this wax after it's been made. It goes solid, and I heated it up again, and now it's liquid at 232, and then we will shut it off again and heat it up, and then it will be ready to mold records. This is a must to make good records. So this is the finished first annealing of the wax, as it's known. This is what it looks like. It's actually very much that salmon Columbia color, actually. As you see, the color turned out not white, but a nice tan color. That's got it. It's like a nice brown. See? No dendrites, perfect wax. So that's some good stuff. Pretty happy with that. We'll condition it tomorrow and then mold the blank. When I do my final work with the cylinder wax, I usually... So we're going to go for the molding of the cylinder pretty soon. We've got about 12 minutes before I pour it in the mold. The mold are in the oven, so they're heating up so that the temperature is very similar so that they cool slowly. The slower you cool the cylinders, the better the inside of the cylinder is, the more it doesn't have any So we're getting our wax ready to mold some cylinders. We have 9 minutes to go yet. Well, 9:46. And then this is a new type of wax, and I'm pretty excited, and that's why I am documenting this so that the collector community knows what's going on, whether they like it or not. Okay, well, have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this video. So we're heating this wax up to the molding temperature. We only have about 10 minutes before we actually mold this blank, so we are seeing how this new formula works. This is I shouldn't say a new formula, it's a new old formula. With all the knowledge that I've built up over the last couple of years, I'm actually learning a few things. So that's what we're doing here, is we're learning some new techniques with molding these cylinders. So this is an old formula that is similar to Ediphone wax, except that one of the elements, the stearic acid, is triple pressed, and a little reduction in aluminum, because naturally triple press is a little harder than your double pressed that was originally used to make Ediphone blanks. And we don't use stir and pitch. So we've taken the bad elements of the Ediphone wax away, and we don't color it either. Colorant adds noise as well. So this is basically uncolored Ediphone wax that's made in a more stable formula. So now we are going to pour this wax into the mold at this time. We have filled the molds with our compound. The molds are heated and the wax is pouring in. So this is how they look right after being poured in. We want heated molds so that the wax has time to slowly cool and be even. Something very important about good wax, see how it has a stringy property? That stringy property like that is very essential for good wax. It's slightly like a tar stringiness to it as it's cooling. Gel-like consistency. Here's the second blank in the mold. It will unscrew it and see how it looks. It's a pretty beautiful double spiral. Perfect interior. Not too bad outside either. Made how they made them originally in the old days.